Hey everyone, and welcome back to Build America Custom Homes. Today, we're going to be reviewing a plan from Nationwide Homes, and it's something that's been getting a lot of traction lately. It's funny how once in a while we'll get different plans that just seems to be popular for the month. It's not being advertised or whatever. It's just organically people are inquiring about it, and so this is another one right here. So I'm going to go ahead and start this. By the way, if you want to check this out, you can go to nationwidehomes.com. We are an independent authorized builder with Nationwide. We have plans on our website as well, but we don't have this one, but we're going to add it because it has three times in the last 2 months and twice this week. Interesting how that happens. It really is. As far as I know, it's not being advertised anywhere right now. I just thought it was odd. So let's go ahead and add this to the screens. The tradition. So if you think about the name tradition, it is more like, well, yeah, it is a traditional looking two-story house. Let's take a look at the tradition. Of course, most of our plans, you're not going to see a garage on the illustration or even the actual photos. But keep in mind that we can add a garage on just about all of our floor plans. So that is something that's pretty easy. All right, so right here, let's go check this out. I am going to zoom in when I can or when we need to, but right now let's just look at this. Now, if we go back to the elevation, you'll see here that there's a front porch on this. You have the individual columns, you have the guardrail and the handrails coming up for the front steps. Uh, on this particular plan, we would site build that porch. So this porch could look a little bit different if you didn't want it to run the full length of the house. Then it doesn't have to. However, I think this right here is very, very good. If you also notice, it looks like it passes the second story slightly. Now, this could be just the way the illustration is drawn. I think in most cases that we would have the sides or the edge of the front roof, it would actually be even with the side of the second story of the house. So everything would look even. And it would be, I think pretty cool. We get to add this turn gable up here into the front. That's a real easy build to do. We could also put some decoration up in here. What they have here shown is that board and batten, that vertical looking siding with some trim in here. There again, different color siding, different color roof, even different color windows, for example. So you can do whatever you want to with it. Okay, so overall in this plan, you have the front door right here. We have two doors in the rear we're going to talk about. Let's see. Let's go ahead and bring this plan up a little bit brighter here, a little bit closer. All right, so the front door. So you walk in, you're in the foyer area. You do notice you have your steps that'll go up to a landing here, and then it's going to turn, and then it'll run up to the left. You see that over here to the right. You can see where it hits that landing and turns up. So, for example, you walk in, you have the steps right there. It's pretty even. You actually have a bedroom downstairs right by the front door. So you see that doorway there. And this is kind of cool because this gets this bedroom one, away from the overall living area. So if you want a little bit more, quiet time there, or you want it a little bit less with the chatter, that goes on. Somebody's staying up at night. Oh, chatter is a nice word, but the noise, right? You want a quiet room. Well, here you go. This room is also 16 foot 8 inches by 13.1. So it's a nice size room. And then you'll see this door that opens up to a walk-in closet. Now, this is a pretty big walk-in closet. We don't have actual dimensions drawn here, but if you look at these squares in the utility room and the bath, these represent roughly, now this is rough, but roughly 12 inches. So like a 1 by 1 tile. So we could count that and say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So possibly about 7 feet deep by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, maybe like 7 by 8 or 7 by 7. That looks about right. Now, remember, this closet is really, I think, best served whenever you have someone like Closet Factory come in and design this so that you have two-tier shelving, you have unique spaces for dresses, for ties, for shoes, and then obviously for hanging whatever. So you can, but factory would be wire shelving in there, but you could really spend some money, and I would in that closet, absolutely for sure, spend some money in there. All right, so we're out of the walk-in closet, and that's what the WIC stands for. It makes sense, right? And then you're over into bathroom one. I don't see an alternate for bathroom one, but I mean, why do you need an alternate? You walk in, you have a water closet over here on to the left. You have the toilet in that area with a door. That's nice. There's going to be a fan in that area. Then you have the long vanity. I would suspect two, three, four, five, six, about a 5.5 foot, 6 foot vanity with these two sinks in there. Then you have the freestanding tub right here. There is a window. There's actually two windows in there. And I would think that this window would be a traditional window where you can see out. But I would imagine that this is going to be a glass block window that is opaque. So you really can't see through it, but you can get natural lighting. That's what we have in our house. I actually live in a nationwide Savannah. Savannah is a no longer offered plan, but it's a beautiful home, pretty big too. We've added a lot on, and so roughly 4,300 square feet here. And speaking of square footage, we're going to look at this here. I think this was roughly 2,300 square feet. So you walk in, you have this really nice layout of the bathroom. Bathroom one is pretty big. You have the shower and the tub. Now this can be a fiberglass surround around that shower, or we can do a complete tile shower or a fiberglass base with tile on the walls. So really custom made easy on this. I think when you look in bathroom one here, this is it's very traditional. I'd say for custom, this big long vanity here, like we just talked about, that freestanding tub. Freestanding tubs make a bathroom look a lot bigger because you can see a little bit underneath it. Depends if it has legs or not. You can definitely see on the sides of it. And it's not that traditional jet tub style or a garden tub that sits down into a framed out area that then you have to, it has to be wider than the tub. And then traditionally you tile that. It just takes up a lot of room, and it's a solid piece. You can't see around it. So it makes the bathroom feel smaller. This is going to make this bathroom feel just as big as it is. So when we come into the front door, we go to the left, we will have these beams in here. Now, these aren't structural. These are just going to be for looks. The beams that's going to run front to back. They are optional. So that would be an option in there. Keep in mind the dotted lines are things that would be built, beams or walls or options that we would do on site. So this area right here is a little bit of drywall work. If you've watched any of our other videos, the black solid line with this light in pinstripe in between it, that is a marriage wall. This is where two modules come together. So if you look at my cursor right here on the screen, from here to here, meaning from the back corner of bedroom one to the front corner is one module. And then there's that little gap. And then you start from going from the bathroom to the back wall. That would be the second module. And then of course the length. So this is, each module is 13 foot 9 inches deep by 48 feet wide. So 13.9. So 13 feet 9 inches deep, I should say, and 48 feet long. And so it's a pretty nice house. Now, here's what I want to talk to you about. When you walk out of the great room, you have an optional fireplace here. And if you really like a fireplace, that's a perfect place for it. If you don't want a fireplace, then it frees up some room for a garage, and we'll show you that. If you walk into the dining area here, you have the island, just more of almost it's not quite a traditional kitchen layout. You have your stove over here on this wall, your refrigerator here, and your sink here. So it is not more, say, your traditional, what you think of prep kitchen, where you sort of have that prep triangle. Everything is almost in arm's reach around you. However, the good news is this kitchen is much bigger. It's going to feel a lot bigger because it's more open. So you actually have more room in this kitchen. So if you don't go overboard with the prep, I don't think it's going to be a problem at all. I think you might enjoy the extra space or things being spread out. That might feel better. Just your opinion on that. You may like it, you may not like it. That's why they have different plans, because not everyone likes the same thing. And so there is a lot of different plans to pick from. All right, so you walk out of the kitchen. So you see your sink on the back wall here. This will be an upper cabinet here, an upper cabinet here. You have the island, you have upper cabinets on the wall to the left and the right of the stove. And then you're going to have probably something over the refrigerator. And you see the countertops that tie all that in. But if you walk out of the kitchen, now you're sort of in this little area here where you turn right and you have a pantry. A lot of plans don't have pantries, so this is really key here. And it's a pretty large pantry. If you turn left, there's going to be a door to go out, an ingress egress door. There's an exterior door that'll go to the backyard, to a patio, to a deck, to just set of steps, whatever you want to build. Then you have the laundry room here. I really like this. You have a nice window in the laundry room. As soon as you walk in, your door swings in and to the right, so it will come around this way to this wall. Makes total sense. You have electrical panel here. Great place for it in the laundry room, in the house. Don't have to go out in the garage for that. And the washer and dryer here. So this is a really nice layout. Let's talk garage now. So we've seen the downstairs, right? Before we go upstairs, let's check this out. What I would do is we have an exterior door here. We just talked about this, but I would remove this exterior door and make this a wider window here. Big window for that dining area look good. Remove this window here and make this a door. All right, now this is where it can get a little tricky. Typically on the garage, we want the garage set back at least 2 feet, could be 4 feet, and you want this for aesthetics, for looks. You don't necessarily want, I mean, maybe you want it, but overall, most people don't want the long, real long front even. They would much rather have a garage that's about 2 feet back or 4 feet back. So let's just say you, from this back corner, went back 2 feet, and this would be in front of the garage. Well, and that's without the fireplace. But if you want the fireplace, now there's going to be a vent on the outside of this fireplace. Now that's going to be for combustion air or makeup air, and there's going to be an exhaust vent. They're kind of one and the same. It's a triple liner. It sucks in combustion air around the outside and blows exhaust out through the center. There's going to be a setback between that and a window that opens or a door that opens. So what we'd have to do is check in what city or what county we're building this in and see, okay, we want the fireplace, but we want a garage. Let's keep the garage on the left-hand side. Remember, it doesn't make sense on the right because we don't have an easy path to go out to it. So we could set the front of the garage back to whatever is required for that setback. So let's just say we have to be 6 feet from the fireplace. Well, you would measure from here back 6 feet, and that could be in front of the garage. Now that garage is going to stick further, obviously, past the back of the house. So now you're going to have sort of that L configuration. If you looked at the house from above, that's going to add a little bit of design to it. You have to have the lot for it. So if you're in a developed neighborhood, you need to make sure that you have the setbacks, both front and rear. Front shouldn't be a problem, but the rear might come into play, but also the side setbacks. Now you don't have to have a garage on this house. Just saying, what if you wanted a garage? You could also build a detached garage, which would make this feel more like a traditional country or farm looking house. And it would be more of a traditional 2-story if you added that garage onto it. Very universal plan here, I think, and kind of make it uniquely yours. Now, you could also consider adding a larger garage on this. Maybe you don't need 4-car spaces for 4 cars, but it would be nice to have, say, 2 cars in a shop. But also consider the room that would give you overhead. What if you needed more square footage? You wanted a home office. You wanted a separate entertaining area. That's when you could finish the second story of that garage. Or if you could just keep it simple, you want a garage that's 16 feet wide or 18 feet wide and 20 feet deep. Do that as well. So very versatile on this plan. On the second story of this house, let's move there. You see the steps. You come up here. Now this one's pretty cool. A lot of houses that we have, you have a loft here. You have an area where this is open to the downstairs. Well, this one's not. This is a wall that goes all the way around. So here's what's really cool. This flex space could be another bedroom. It could be a home office. It could be entertaining area. And I like it because you could install like an angled wall here or a door. And you would bring a wall, say this way and this way. This would give you room at top of the landing. So for people coming upstairs and doing that, but you could close this in and make it a home theater. But bedroom, if it's going to be a bedroom, you have to remember your septic system is based on bedrooms. So if you have a bedroom, say a septic tank that is for a 4 bedroom. Like, see, this is a 4 bedroom house the way it sits. Then this would max that out. So consider if this is going to be a bedroom and you're going to do it later, just make sure that if you're on a septic system that's going to be large enough for that, so you stay with, complying with everything. If it's on city water, city sewer, that's not going to matter what you do. But it's a pretty cool space. So here's why I like it. You come up the steps, you're in the flex area. You go through this little area here, you have bedroom 4. Now the flex space is 20 foot 4 inches by 13 foot 1 inch. Bedroom 4 is 16 foot 4 inches, 13.2. That's a big bedroom. I mean, that's huge. Then you have this walk-in closet. There again, we could get real fancy with it's kind of how we configure the shelving in there and make this a lot bigger. And then you come down this hallway here, you're in bathroom 3, traditional bathroom, sink, toilet, tub, linen closet, very traditional. And further down the hall, you'll see this RAG or RAG. That stands for return air grill. This would be a grill for the HVAC. This is where the return air would go. You need an access to get into the second floor. I have my preferences for that. I would actually put it in the center of the walk-in closet. That would get rid of that access door in the hallway here, and you wouldn't have it directly in one of the bedroom ceilings, but you could put it in here. Other options could be you could put it in the flex space, but there again, I'm trying to keep that where we don't see it at all. So you're over here in bedroom 2. Bedroom 2 is unique because now we walk over into this area, you have a walk-in closet. So you see this door here. This is a pretty big closet. So this house has big bedrooms and big closets, and not just one of each. You see we have 3 really nice walk-in closets. Actually, we have 4 because bedroom 3 has one too. So you have 4 big walk-in closets. All the bedrooms are decent size. Bedroom 4 is huge. Bedroom 1 is obviously the biggest. Actually, they're about the same size, 16.4 versus 16.8, but then 1 is 13.2. So they're almost the same size. So bedroom 1 and 4 are about the same. Flex space is pretty big. So this is a really cool house. See how this is an option here. If you look at this line here, what if you don't want the windows spread apart? You can group them together. So there would be double windows together for the front of the house, or you can keep them separate. I think it's more of a preference thing. It's also going to depend on if you think about your furnishing, say in the flex space, what would go there? Maybe you need more wall space. Wider area in the wall space. So for a big piece of furniture, well, consider grouping the windows like this, and then you have, more space, say in a corner, versus splitting a little bit of space between one window in the corner of the house and then the room in between the 2 windows, right? So you can gain that way. It might be part aesthetics, how it looks. What do you want? It might also play into the furnishing. I mean, like over here in bedroom 2, maybe you just want the windows to be as close together as possible, so that frees up room on each side. So just consider that. And that's on the front of the house, both downstairs and upstairs. So we're going to go back to the elevation on the front. You see Nationwide they have a nice elevation here. You kind of change up the siding. This would be more of your traditional horizontal siding, also that vertical siding in the front and the vertical up here in the turn gable. Here, this shows exactly what it would look like if the windows are grouped together. And over here shows what it looks like if they're spread apart. Honestly, I like this look better. I think this is makes the house even feel longer, and there's not so much solid wall space on the outside. It's going to be totally your decision. How you design the columns is going to depend on code as far as for support of that porch roof. It's not only structural for that porch, but it also looks and what do you like. So just imagine a garage over here on the other side of the house. So there you go. That is the tradition by Nationwide. And like I said before, Build America Custom Homes, we are an independent builder with Nationwide. So we're an authorized independent builder. So if you live in the southeastern Virginia, you can definitely look us up, buildamericacustomhomes.com. You can also go to our you can call us 757-483-4848. All of that's on our website. Let's add this here. So there's our There's our website address. So, these houses are very cool. If you just look at the design, between the ranches, the capes, the duplexes, and this traditional, we haven't done a lot of the two stories, traditional two stories. And I think this one's it, because this one gives you that feel of, that two-story that you see in any neighborhood. Consider that garage on it if you wanted it. One car garage, two. I think a two-car garage would look better because now the garage proportionately it's wide enough to complement the rest of the house, because the house is pretty long at 46 feet. And so we could definitely and would love to have an opportunity to look at this for you. Also, if you're outside southeastern Virginia, because this video is going to be on YouTube and on Facebook and other places, what if you're outside and you're in the southeastern part of the country? You can go to Nationwide Homes and look up, a builder in your area, or you can reach out to us and we can try to connect you with someone as well. So definitely, Nationwide builds systems built modular homes. And you've got to remember, when you hear modular, a lot of people start thinking manufactured. Totally separate, nothing wrong with manufactured at all. Different type of building. But what we do is systems built modular. And that is simply off-site stick frame construction that we finish on site. Depends on the plan. It may be 85% complete when we set it on the site built foundation. If certain plans might even be a little bit closer to completion. We tie in the plumbing, the electrical on site. We do the HVAC on site, including the ductwork. And you have you basically have a house in record time. And I would say record time based on traditional on-site stick frame construction, because let's face it, between labor shortages, material shortages, even still, and overall, um, to be nice, white space on a calendar, meaning there's a lot of paper, there's not a lot of writing, there's not a lot of dates and subcontractors. And what we try to do is compress the time so that we're not rushing through it, but we don't have wasted days. So each sub is scheduled, and then we use subcontractors that are really good at keeping their schedule with us, because they understand that one of the things that we do, we sell our houses. We sell not only a quality built home, but we sell a timeline. And the service with our company is second to none. I come from a long history of service through the heating and air conditioning business, and then investing, and then building. And so we've been able to tie all that experience into this relationship that we form with you, the consumer. And I really love seeing an empty lot, or a raw piece of land turn into a homestead, or a a new home for you in a traditional neighborhood, say a developed neighborhood. But also love doing this on and making like a farmette. And so you're starting with a chunk of land, and you're building that place for you to call home, and to truly enjoy. And so we try to make this, and we do make this. We make this as fun as possible from beginning to end, and build you a quality home and stand by it too. And that's the other thing. So anyway, if you want more information on this, definitely check us out, buildamericacustomhomes.com. And like I said, if you're not in our area that we can help you, we can definitely refer you or connect you with someone. And definitely like to think Nationwide Homes. And by the way, I'll put in the description below a link to nationwidehomes.com so you can review the tradition there and also other plans as well. Or you can go to buildamericacustomhomes.com and check out some of the plans that we have on our site. We currently don't have the tradition in our inventory on our plans, but right before this video, I sent a request to our IT company that does our website, and said, hey, we need to add 5 more plans, and the tradition's one of them. And we're going to do a review. The next 5 plans will be the ones that we've added, because we're trying to build that inventory. We just don't want too many there at once. All right. My name is Dwayne Cotton. I'm out. Build America Custom Homes. We appreciate you watching this. If you haven't already, please show us some love and hit the like on this video, and subscribe to our channel, and hit that little bell icon so you'll know when we go live, do another review. I'm also starting to do a little bit more information on home building and when's a good time to build and why. And we have a very good video on that coming up this week as well. So I'm out, everyone. See ya. Have a great day.